See, you weren't in favor of that, and that people were saying, "Oh, you better be at the Pac-12 and the SEC." How do you address it?
No, I was completely in favor. I was kept in the loop the whole way by our president and AD. I supported it the whole way. I thought it was the right move at the time, and I still think it's the right move, and that had zero impact on where we're at today.
Does it bother you? People from Oklahoma are saying, "Oh, he's leaving Oklahoma to get away from the SEC and come to the solid Pac-12."
People are going to say what they say, and I understand that. I mean, I understand there's going to be some feelings over that. I hope they'll remember and appreciate all the great memories that we had there, and what an unbelievable run we had. And I know I'm not going to focus on that. When I think back on my time there, I'm going to remember all the great things that we did together.
Lincoln, Ryan Carty, LA Times, good to meet you. In terms of your staff, I know you mentioned the people from Oklahoma that you plan to bring, but in terms of a staff in place right now, anyone from USC that you plan to keep, to retain, Dante Williams, or even Graham Harrell, I know you know quite well.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy talking to those guys today. I've got so many different connections on this staff, either guys that I've coached against, a lot of guys that I've coached with and know well. So a ton of respect for the guys on there. I've been in that room. That's not an easy position to be in, and they've done a phenomenal job. So we're going to evaluate it. There's obviously going to have a lot of great candidates, I think, that want to come coach with us here. There's several really good ones right here, so I'll visit with those guys, and we're gonna. The thing I don't want to do is I don't want to jump too quick. You know, we can. There's a few guys that I know is going to bring that are here today. There'll be a few more coming in the next few days, and obviously there's going to be a lot of candidates out there, whether they're here at USC or not, that we'll visit with.
Coach Riley, when you look at this USC defense, what specifically do you look at as far as trying to improve the defense and make sure that it's up to your standard as far as you coach?
One of the biggest things that we've done at Oklahoma the last several years is the emphasis on building up that defensive line. You know, when I think of the great USC teams of the past and just some of the great defenses of the past, that's where it starts. Football, I don't care. You know, the other positions obviously very important, but if you're not elite at the line of scrimmage, it's very difficult to be dominant. And we had a great transformation there at Oklahoma under Coach Grinch's guidance. We were able to really build one of the strongest defensive fronts in the country, and that's our plan to do here.
Lincoln, I'm Tony Brown from The Athletic. Nice to meet you. Obviously, you're heralded for your quarterbacks and how they play. What do you think of the quarterback situation you're walking into here?
Yeah, I'm going to learn a little bit more about them. I mean, I've watched these guys from afar, was aware of these guys as recruits when they came out. I know the quarterback play here has traditionally been fantastic. I know we got some really intriguing guys on our roster, so I'll be excited to meet them, get to study them a little bit, and get ready to go to work with them.
In Oklahoma, you have a couple of intense rivals with Oklahoma State and Texas.
Yeah.
Out here, we carry some significance with scores like 55-19, and recently we had one dropped on us. How much do you weigh with rivalries? Where does that lie with you?
I love them, man. They're a big part of this game. There's something different about those games that I think you got to appreciate. Just as a competitor, I think those are games that you relish, man. And the games that have both historical significance and even better and so many of ours have been when they're relevant to the success and championship races and all that currently. And so we're going to embrace every single one that we have here. And like I said, we had a pretty good run against our rivals there, and hopefully we can do the same.
I know you said Saturday that you weren't going to take the LSU job, obviously.
Yeah.
Was that a job that was ever offered to you, or was there any consideration?
Out of respect for them, I'm not going to go to that. I will tell you, the only school that I spoke with was USC, and that was after early Sunday morning.
You talked about some of the building blocks. What's the first thing you had to address here?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
You talked about some of the building blocks and things you have to build here. What's the first thing you have to address?
Well, I think the staff first. I mean, that's the staff, and then we'll get a chance to spend some time with the current team next week. I don't want to be told them today, I don't want to be a distraction. I've got an important game coming up, and it's very important to that staff, to those players, to go finish this season out on the right note and beat Cal on Saturday. And so don't want to be a distraction to them this week, so we'll kind of be working in the shadows. We'll get a chance to watch them work out. We'll do a lot of recruiting, and then get a chance to spend some time with our guys next week, and hopefully we've got a little bit more of the staff pieced together by then.
So will you host recruits here this weekend?
I don't know that I'd want to say yet. We're still in the early stages, but we will have some guys on campus before the signing period for sure.
Coach, obviously you're Coach, obviously you're familiar with running a program at a high level with a lot of expectations, but it's different here at USC. How do you plan to manage and embrace that pressure and expectations and instill that in the program from the top down?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I've been in a place where they expect you to win every single game. So it's I think pressure is something you get when you have a lot of opportunity. And I think that's how we have to see it. And that's how I've always seen it. I focus more on that if we do this the right way, all the great opportunities that can bring, and the great situations that can put us in our team. And so that's what we'll be focused on is you only get so many of these, you want to make the most of them, and obviously it's been proven here at SC, if you do it correctly, then there's nothing you can't do.
And how do you make sure that the 17 and 18-year-old kids that you are bringing in are buying into that as well?
Well, it's our challenge. I mean, it's going to be day by day. There's no magic words. There's no magic rah-rah speech. I mean, it's going to be by the work that we put in together. And I don't think the recipe has ever changed. You know, we got to have a great plan, which we will. We've got to have people that buy in, us buying into the players, and them buying into us, and it's got to come together quickly. And that's the challenge. That's the beauty of it. That's why it's so much fun when it does come together. No, I was locked in on our team. I mean, I told people around me that if there were any opportunities, I was not gonna spend 1 ounce of energy on them unless we got knocked out of the Big 12 race or got knocked out of the playoff race. And so, until the very last snap that Saturday night, it had really no bearing on anything I did, and then we got to it after that.
How do you make auto-changing decisions
I call plays in a lot less than a day, and those are life-changing decisions too. So yeah, this one felt like I had an eternity.
You got to be in shock. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, there is admittedly a little bit of that. I mean, my intentions were certainly not to leave Oklahoma. They weren't. And just the more I learned about this, the more my excitement built, and it just felt like the right place at the right time, kind of the next chapter in my life, my family's life. It just, I knew it was right. And so is there a little bit of shock even now? Yeah, there is. But I think there's the excitement outweighs that right now.
Do you have a better chance to win the national championship here than you did there?
I don't want to compare. I think we had our chances and we were darn close there. And I think if we do what we should here, we'll have chances here.
Let's do one more.
Were there people that outside of the people from USC that they went consulted with to ask about USC and maybe what you did accomplish here?
Honestly, not really. Again, it came together so quickly. There wasn't a lot of time to do it. I just, being a college football guy, a fan of this sport, I was very, you know the logo, you know the history, everybody knows that. But again, when I saw the alignment and how bad people wanted here, I think the extremes that people were willing to go to here to do the things we need to do to build this program, it was inspiring. All right, thanks.
Thank you very much.